You will fail an unhealthy amount of times trying to be disciplined if you do not know this truth. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Daniel Krimi, and I'm a broke student turned entrepreneur. For the past couple of years, I've gone from being broke as a student studying engineering to running a business and making over a 1 million naira in revenue in 1 year. So, in this video, I'll be opening up your eyes the reality of what it is when a person decides to start being disciplined from being lazy about something, being lazy about a goal in their life. For the longest of times, I've been meaning to start an online business. I did a business, physical business, it was well all right while I was in school, and I was able to start it from zero and run it up to a 1 million naira worth of revenue. But after finishing school and everything, while I still opened up a new physical business, I decided I was going to stop procrastinating on the digital business and digital presence I wanted to build. Decided that I was going to be disciplined and start my online brand building and business. And this is how it went. I hate how gurus scream consistency, discipline is all you need, and everything will be fine without actually telling you how to go about it. And one of the first things I want to talk about is the real approach of discipline. The truth I realize is that no matter how good you are, nobody can be disciplined overnight. You cannot just listen to a motivational quote and tomorrow you are disciplined, tomorrow you're smashing goals. It took time for you to grow that lazy, so it's going to take time for you to get your ass together. And this is what the gurus don't tell you. They make it seem like once you listen to that, get that pump of dopamine, and you set goals, you write on a piece of paper, the next day your life is going to transform overnight and you're going to be a totally different person, which is so false. And it gives people a sense of guilt when they wake up the next day and they find out that they are lacking from the goals that they set from themselves. They see that they are not as disciplined, and it becomes very frustrating when people are trying their best to be disciplined and they honestly just cannot do those things that they set. The problem is that you don't have a discipline issue, you have a habit issue. The truth of the matter is, I realize that you are honestly a very, very consistent person. Even the lazy version of you is a consistent person because you have consistently been doing the wrong things for a long period of time. You have built a discipline muscle, you built a consistency muscle doing the wrong things. So you're not all that bad. It's just that you have been doing the wrong things. So now what you need to do is to build a consistency muscle for you to achieve the discipline that the $1 million worth version of you has. You need to build a discipline muscle, a consistency muscle in the right skills, the right habits, the right way to speak that will draw you closer to achieving your goals. Let me tell you why you can do it, because you've already done the opposite. All you need to do is just flip your switch, right? And while you're about that, you have to realize that it's not going to happen overnight, right? It took you time to build the lazy muscle. You were consistently doom scrolling, you were consistently eating junk, you're consistently not going to the gym, you're consistently being procrastinating, you're consistently giving yourself bad pep talk. So all that has been fabricated into you, all that has made you the person that you are. And it did not just start today, right? So it cannot just change overnight. So give yourself some grace. Understand that there is really a gap between the version that you are today and the version of yourself that you want to be, right? And what that's going to take is you consistently changing the habits that make you lazy and leaning into the habits that take you to your next level, even if they are hard. Because in the grand scheme of things, what does it mean to be disciplined? Being disciplined is doing something even when you don't feel like doing it, because you know that it's going to produce something good for you, right? That's what discipline means. That's what discipline is. Discipline is the ability to consistently do it when you don't feel like it, because you know it's going to teach, it's going to be good for your future. It's going to profit you. That is what you're trying to achieve. And when you have that in your mind and you embark on the journey of being disciplined and you fail on your first couple attempts, with this mindset that knowing already that you're going to fail, unlike the gurus that just make you feel like tomorrow everything is going to change, when you approach it with this knowledge that yes, you're going to fail because you have actually there's actually the level that you are is the person that is lazy, and the small small effort you are putting and failing is changing you. When you have that in your mind, you don't quit early, you don't get frustrated early, frustration reduces because you know that okay, this is the journey that it takes. When you fail the first couple of times you try to be disciplined, what you need to do, instead of getting frustrated, you need to analyze what was the thing that I did that led me to this place, and then go back to your battle plan, attack the vision again, attack being disciplined again. And when you keep doing that, you keep editing, you're literally editing the version of yourself. So by the time you fail, you analyze yourself. Okay, what part of me made me fail? Oh, my leg. That lousy leg of mine made me fail. Oh, my mouth. That lousy mouth of mine made me fail. By the time you attack the journey again, you know that there's that boss of your mouth. So by the time you get to that point, you already know that you need to shut your mouth and then move on. But with that understanding, I believe that with this mindset and approach to discipline, when you start your journey, you are going to go half farther and you will not quit as much because you already know it's going to be a tough one. But the promise is, like me, after a couple of failures and my determination not to quit and peculiar experience, my peculiar situation, I was able to draft out what I need to do and how I need to do it, and a timeline that realistically would take me to achieve my goals of being a disciplined millionaire online. Because yeah, offline, I don't think there's a problem there. But yeah, to make a brand and or do other goals I set out to do. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe so that you get more updates. Also, if you've been facing a special type of challenge in your discipline journey, just let me know in the comment section. I would address it in maybe my next video. Because this year you have to achieve those goals.